Hey, welcome everybody to Workplace Wednesday. Workplace Wednesday here on your favorite source for security information, SecurityGuideNews.com, part of the Security Guide TV and SecurityGuideRadio.com global empire. Can I say that, Sean? We're kind of a global empire.
I think it's great. You are kind of global empire.
We're listened to in 96 countries. That's kind of global. I know it's just one guy in Yemen, but it's still something. Now, this is an interesting story out of, was it Carolina or South Carolina? I can't remember which Carolina it was, but
this comes out of Charlotte.
Charlotte. We have an air traffic controller that is arrested for possession of a weapon of mass destruction, a pipe bomb. We'll talk about that in a second. Interesting story. Tell us what happened.
Well, I think first that DHS has to redefine their definition of what a weapon of mass destruction is to, accurately describe this type of device, because I wouldn't consider it a weapon of mass destruction. But this individual apparently was caught with a pipe bomb that he obtained from another individual that he said he was going to use against his neighbor. And he was arrested, and he was basically had a $45,000 bond. And they're going to deal with this in court at a later date. But
so
he
got released.
The news kind of picked up on it because he's an air traffic controller. It does not indicate that he brought the device to the airport. It doesn't say any other additional information, only that this individual was arrested. He is an air traffic controller, and that he had a weapon of mass destruction, quotes, pipe bomb, and that he was planning on using it against his neighbor.
Well, he is an air traffic controller.
So bad news for the neighbor. Good news for the airport.
He is an air traffic controller in the present tense. I'll guarantee you that he didn't get fired for this. Because, well, he's not convicted. He only had a pipe bomb. And so didn't something in the article say, praise his goodness as an air traffic controller, some nonsense, and say something about that?
I didn't see anything along those lines.
Yeah, it did. You read it to me. No, it's okay. Sean's memory's losing. What the article said was that he's an outstanding citizen of the community and a good air traffic controller. And, this has nothing to do with air traffic controlling. He just has his own private fetish with pipe bombs. It didn't say that, but you know what I'm saying. The article kind of built this guy up when, in fact, he's a scumbag dirtbag. Buying pipe bombs to kill his neighbor.
They're addressing. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'm sure the neighbor's a little nervous right now. But yeah, exactly. It did say that. I misunderstood what you're saying.
Well, and I'll guarantee he's going to keep his job. Guarantee he's going to keep his job.
If it's union, I totally agree. I've dealt with a number of unions in my capacity, and we had one individual that actually had a gun at the facility. We caught the guy with the gun in the bag. The unions had a really good discussion with management about weapons on site and that there would be a termination. And they were actually like, well, he forgot it. It's an honest mistake. And, how do you forget a .357 Magnum in your bag? It's the same thing as airports. Like, all these people forget they had their gun when they go to the airport. Let's see, toothpaste. Do they not pack their bags? How does this happen?
Hey, I'll tell you how it happens. It's when you go in your closet and take out a briefcase you bought in 1984 when you used to carry a Grendel 380, and there just happens to be 25 years later a round in there that you didn't think you had. And by the way, it gets through the metal detectors at the airport, and you did not get arrested. Oh. Just a story I heard about, but that is how it happens.
That description is so vivid that it had to be made up.
Well, I'm not saying. Here's my union story. We get a guy at Disney who changes the dates on his sick slips when he calls in sick. He gets it from his doctor. His doctor writes, you're off for 1 day. He puts a 2 next to it, makes it 12 days, because he had to go to surfing contests in Hawaii. So he must have bilked this out of, I don't know, a month, 2 months worth of sick leave. His union guy comes in and says, listen, we want to put him back to work. I said, are you out of your mind? Why? He was honest about lying. That's what the guy says. He looked straight-faced. He said, our rep, our union guy here, your guard, he was honest about lying. He admitted that he lied. That's honesty. We had to put him back to work. My head exploded about that time. I decided to get out of the guard business and do radio. Mr. Sean, there's no telling what is next in these crazy ideas here. Oh, on securityguidenews.com. That was an exhausting story, but tune in next Tuesday for another. Well, no, we have to tune in next Wednesday because it's Workplace Wednesday. See, you got me all frazzled. Until then, tune in to Security Guide News. Thanks, Sean.
All right, take care, bud.